Have you ever caught someone lying about something that didn't even matter? No gain, no reason, just a quiet distortion of truth. We often assume lies come from deceit, but many are born from fear. Fear of rejection, fear of losing control, fear of confronting who we really are. Today, we'll dive into the psychology of lying, how the mind twists reality to protect its fragile self-image, and why truth can feel more terrifying than the lie itself. Chapter 1. The Roots of Deception. Survival of the Ego. Lying begins not in the mouth, but in the mind. From childhood, we learn that truth has consequences, that honesty can bring punishment or disappointment. So we shape reality into something safer. Psychologists call this ego defense, our unconscious way of protecting self-worth. As Friedrich Nietzsche once wrote, "We have art in order not to die of the truth." Lies are the small arts we use to soften reality, not to deceive others, but to survive ourselves. In relationships, people lie to preserve harmony. In society, they lie to fit in. Deep down, lies are not rebellion against truth. They are refuge from pain. Chapter 2. Cognitive dissonance. When truth hurts the mind, when our actions don't match our beliefs, we feel cognitive dissonance. The mental tension that forces us to justify, excuse, or twist reality. Lying becomes the bridge between who we are and who we wish to be. A person who cheats yet sees themselves as good lies not to you, but to maintain that self-image. The mind cannot tolerate contradiction, so it edits the story to protect its identity. Socrates taught that the greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. The irony is, liars live trapped in that pretend, enslaved by their own illusions. Chapter 3. The mirror of shame and self-protection. Every lie carries an echo of shame. To admit the truth means facing our imperfections, and for many that's unbearable. So they lie to maintain a version of themselves that feels lovable, admirable, or pure. Psychology calls this self-image protection. It's why someone lies about success, love, or mistakes, not to fool others, but to escape self-judgment. In truth, the liar suffers twice, once for the reality they deny, and again for the illusion they must maintain. Arthur Schopenhauer once wrote, "A man can be himself only so long as he is alone." A liar, then, is never alone, always haunted by the audience they're performing for. Chapter 4. Lies in Love. When fear masquerades as affection, in relationships lies often wear the costume of care. Someone might say, "I'm fine," when they're breaking inside. Another may promise love they no longer feel, not to deceive, but to avoid hurting the other. Love creates emotional risk. To protect it, the mind sometimes hides behind false comfort, but as Jean-Paul Sartre said, every lie is a lie to oneself. By protecting the other with deceit, we only destroy the trust that real love needs to breathe. These lies are not cold, they are desperate. They reveal the tenderness of someone afraid to lose connection, even if that connection is built on illusion. Chapter 5. The Addiction to Illusion. Power and Control. Some lies aren't about fear, they're about control. The liar feels powerful when they manipulate perception. They become the author of reality, but the need to control others often hides an inability to control oneself. This is the narcissistic lie, a performance to maintain superiority or emotional power. As Plato warned, we can easily forgive a child afraid of the dark. The real tragedy is when men are afraid of the light. The liar lives in that darkness, fearing the light of exposure more than the loss of trust. Chapter 6. The Unraveling. Truth as Liberation. Every lie, no matter how small, builds a fragile house of cards. One gust of honesty and it collapses. Yet in that collapse lies freedom, not just for the deceived, but for the deceiver. When people stop lying, they don't just tell the truth, they become it. As Carl Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Facing the truth demands courage, but it also offers peace, a peace that no illusion can match. In the end, the mind of a liar isn't evil, it's human. It's the mind of someone trying in all the wrong ways to be loved without being exposed. And perhaps the greatest truth is this: honesty isn't the opposite of lying. It's the beginning of self-acceptance.